So do you want to know what indifference actually looks like? Take a look at your texting conversations. Notice something? Notice how the conversations are particularly one-sided. Notice how you are texting paragraphs and the return responses are only one-word answers or bare minimum sentences. Not only that, the things that are important to you in those conversations are never addressed. Do you always find yourself reaching out? Do you find yourself being ghosted, stonewalled, breadcrumbed? Are you left hanging in the wind and abandoned when you become emotionally vulnerable and available to the other person? This is what indifference looks like, and it naturally debases you as it slowly chips away at your self-worth and your dignity, leading you to question your personal significance in the other person's life or in life in general. So how do you deal with this? Understand that it is not you. Seriously. Understanding the motive behind indifference will help you understand that it truly is not you, my friend. You are not the problem in the relationship. While the relationship does have problems of its own, you're not the instigator. The other person does not see your worth, as they cannot value you because they are apathetic towards everything that has heart. Not to mention that they are apathetic to everyone and everything who is important to you. This is how the toxic person discovers what is important to you. By you expressing emotion through you showing importance to birthdays and family functions and get-togethers, anniversaries, special events. By you caring and having an emotional vested interest in your life by reacting to life or caring and emotionally investing your heart into someone, they react to this as their one-sided texts and their stonewalling and ambivalence shows bare minimum effort in the relationship for a reason that has nothing to do with you. You unknowingly are bringing up feelings of shame for the narcissist just by you being you. It is natural for us to get excited about the things that we like, but for the narcissist, the things that they liked in their past, in their childhood, well, those things did not meet the approval of their parental standards. So this is why the narcissist has to ruin special events, because they take away what was taken away from them. They take away from you what their parents took away from them in order to avoid feeling that shame. So this truly has nothing to do with you. It truly doesn't. Their behavior is between them and their parents, not you. Their behavior, yeah, that's wrong. It's abusive. And they need to take responsibility for it, but will they? No, they can't, because they can't change. They are setting on doing what they are doing to you, for them. When you call them out on their bad behavior, look out, because it just makes things worse. They are not fighting you. Get that. They are fighting the way you make them feel. They are fighting their insides as they have internal torment. And when you confront them, you then become the aggressor, the parental type figure. They are then using you to fight against their past to try to gain control now that they didn't have in the past. And so any slight on your part is against what they are doing. And that is what they take personal. They take it as a direct attack against who they are, their character. Who they are is who they are, and it's toxic. Sorry, I gotta talk above this airplane. So let me backtrack and say that again. Who they are is who they are, and who they are is toxic. As this toxic person is not happy with who they are, as they are indifferent to you because this was initially a coping mechanism they had put in place to avoid emotional pain from the abuse of one or both parents in their childhood. This is a coping mechanism, as it is a rigid boundary that is immovable. It's set in stone, just like their heart. They have naturally become indifferent to all things except the one thing or the one person that is nearest and dearest to their heart, themselves. Their indifference protects them from the outside world, but yet it doesn't protect them from their inner world. And so they need you so that they can project their inner pain outwardly and get rid of it somehow. And how they do this is to project their pain onto you, as this momentarily alleviates their inner self-loathing, that inner self-hatred that is built upon fear and shame. Indifference is about self-preservation. It is when they project onto you or onto others, this momentarily helps them to feel indifferent about themselves. When they can feel indifferent about themselves, they can go on their day and be happy and go lucky. And this indifference can last hours, moments, days, or even weeks. And they begin to ignore their inner critic for a while, and when the voice becomes louder, they have to find a way to make crazy in your relationship with them, because essentially you being you shows them up and exposes them to their shame. The narcissist is all about control, and in my humble opinion, I believe that it's their controlling nature is not about being Lord and Master over us. It's not about being all powerful and almighty ruler in our lives so that they can control our comings and goings. No, I believe that it's closer to their home space than that, as I personally believe that they need us emotionally so that they can better control their own emotions. When the narcissist projects their pain onto us, they see our rejections, or they see our reactions, and our reactions are what then validates their inner reactions of their past that they're living in. As our reactions validate what they're feeling, that it's true, and this validates their inner turmoil as a child, as they were unable to express that inner turmoil responsibly in a healthy way. So this is why I believe that projection happens. It momentarily alleviates their shame and self-loathing. And that shame and self-loathing is replaced with apathy or indifference towards themselves. And when that happens, they become indifferent towards their self-loathing in their self-hatred. When you can understand that it is your reaction to their indifference that makes the narcissist feel less shameful, the easier it is to detach yourself from them and to not take what they do personally. What they do is abusive, yes, but what you know now through this video, you can better protect yourself from their abuse. You do have the power to stop their abuse, or at least alleviate their abuse by detaching yourself from deep emotions you have for them. Find a way to work out your pain in ways such as meditation and learning healthy boundaries, discovering your own symptoms of abuse within the narcissistic relationship, and allow yourself to be happy and enjoy your life as it is, and look to a brighter and better future for yourself. Allow yourself to become indifferent to the narcissist, as this will help protect you in the long run. Now, here's something else. Protection means to not show emotion around the narcissist. Meaning, don't sing to the favorite songs playing in the background, and don't cater to their conversation where they're trying to provoke you or trigger you or push your buttons. Don't show excitement for your birthday or family functions, and don't get too excited for that spring break or that promotion that you're anticipating. Keep your conversations with the narcissist light and superficial, and you will begin to see the narcissist will naturally pull away from you because they can't get emotional attention through seeking validation of their feelings through you. So they're not going to keep going to you where you make them feel bad, as your happiness makes them feel shame. So they're not going to stay where they're not wanted or where they can't benefit from bringing you down. The narcissist will actually feel less important, and if you can't get emotional with them, they won't get that emotional tension through validating their feelings through you. So they're not going to stay. And your ambivalence on your indifference towards them brings about their self-loathing. So when you can be indifferent, they can no longer find an outlet through you to make themselves feel better. Make sense? So that's when you will see the narcissist go elsewhere to feel supported, and that's exactly what you want. That is exactly how you free yourself from the narcissist. Knowledge is power, my friends, so when you know, you know.